Hey guys, and good morning. It's Monday all over again. Is your days running together? So today I'm working with the Everblend Arteza marker set that they sent me. These are alcohol-based markers, and they have two nibs on the end, so they have a fine point and a chisel tip. I'm going to take out, this kit has like, I don't know, maybe 60 different colors of the Everblend. I don't typically use a lot of markers and usually not alcohol based for sure. But I wanted to explore and kind of try out some things that I thought that we mixed media artists could play and explore with a little bit. So I'm just gathering a few of my most used colors, and then something caught my eye and it said neon pink. It looks really orange. The camera's not really focusing that well, but it looks more orange than it does pink, but I put it to the side anyway just to see. And my friend Jenny over at Art Girl Creations 78, she said in the beginning of her video the other day that I watched that she did not clean up her workspace. Guys, yeah, sorry, I very seldom clean my workspace for y'all, but I'm going to be using some tissue paper today. Now, this is not special tissue paper. This is just tissue paper that you get in the gift wrapping section. Okay, so you probably have some already, and I'm using white, but you could use any color you wanted to. And I'm just going to take that chisel marker, and I am just writing with the bolder tip there. And this should not be legible in my opinion. You could totally do it legible if you want to. But the purpose of this particular video is just to show you some quick ways to make collage papers. Now, why use tissue paper? Because you see it's kind of moving around and stuff like that. The reason that tissue paper is so awesome is because it kind of goes transparent in your collage work. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a minute. And then I'm going to use the finer tip, and I'm going to kind of do some writing over the bolder writing that I already did, and I think it makes for a very interesting background. Now, I know that kids are out of school, kids are home right now doing their homeschooling, and this is something that they can play and help you make collage papers. So I encourage you to grab whatever markers you have. Now, what I want you to do is make sure that you test out the marker. So some markers are going to be water reactive. Alcohol markers are not water reactive, which means once it's dry on this tissue paper and we fold it up and put it away in our giblet boxes and stuff, you can then collage with gel medium or whatever medium you want to collage with, and it's not going to move. So I believe that Sharpies work pretty decently. Any marker, just give it a little test run. Now, what I do want you to notice is before you get the kids out and they're marking and playing and all this, I want you to make sure you put some under paper. Like I have this newsprint here under this tissue paper, because it is going to bleed through, and that's okay. So we're going to get actually like a twofer. I call it twofer because it's a 2-for-1, right? So we're going to get the tissue paper that we have right here, and then we're also going to get our under paper. And you can see here just some of the designs, the tick marks, the tally marks that I use, circles. And I'm just showing you there that 2-for-1 because you're going to get those collage papers on the bottom. But here I did the black. I really like the boldness of black against that white in my work. I think it's a beautiful way to add a pop. Or if you like to work with bright colors, this is a great way to bring a pop of neutral with the black and white. But here I'm just doing some journaling, some very messy, very messy journaling, so that then when I rip this apart, I'm going to have some very interesting marks. So this is a great thing to do if you just want to keep your hands busy. Maybe you're having a creative block and every time you try to get into your journal, it's just not coming to you. Grab a piece of tissue paper and use it. Now, another thing you could try too is if you have deli paper. Deli paper may work okay for you. I use it with like acrylic inks. You could also do this, yeah, I would just say try whatever you have at home. I know everybody's kind of stuck right now and you can't go out, you can't shop and do all the things. So I always support making it work. So don't get caught up if you don't have exactly what I have. I will link down below and check and see if there's a coupon code. I forgot to tell Arteza that I was doing this particular video today because, well, y'all know I don't plan stuff out like that. But so they may have a coupon code ready for you guys. So look down below and see if Arteza gave us a coupon code to use. I will also use the Arteza affiliate link that I have, and then as well as they sell their stuff on Amazon. So if you do just want to treat yourself, then you can do so, but otherwise just use what you have. See if you can figure out something that will work for you. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to actually show you here in a minute what I mean by the tissue paper kind of melting and becoming transparent into a journal. So, again, just use whatever colors that you tend to gravitate to make these marks and collage papers, and let the kids play. I mean, those are great things that you can tear just little bits and bobs off of. And I'm showing you here that if you want to use multiple colors and maybe you want to layer them on top of each other, you can do so with alcohol inks. You're really not going to get a whole lot of blending together on this tissue paper like this, but you can overlap. So if you wanted to maybe overlap and color some of those black circles pink, you could also do so. And here I'm using a gray. It has like a really light lavender undertone to it to me, and I really like gray. So I'm here just going in. Probably the messy writing is probably my fave. When it comes to how it looks once it's collaged down, and I'm going to show you. And really how this video came to be was I had decided I wanted to try these markers this way, and then last night I started playing with it and it worked really good. And so I was like, hey, you know, I know this is not revolutionary, but maybe this is something that could keep you guys busy as we all are going through this quarantine stay-at-home process. It can get a little boring if you don't keep yourself busy out there. So I have been busy. If you follow me on Instagram, you see I'm gardening these days. So I'm grabbing one of these journals that I've made, and I haven't decided if I'm going to sell these or I'm going to use these because, I mean, who doesn't need 12 journals going at one time, Tiffany? But I am going to take this little bit of tick marks here, and I'm going in with some Liquitex matte medium and fluid, and I'm going to use my finger. I'm not a fan of putting matte medium on my skin. I don't like how it dries and makes my skin feel weird. But what I do think is sometimes I'm a little rough when it comes to using a paintbrush or a silicone brush with this over the tissue paper, because again, it's tissue paper. It will tear because we're making it wet, right? So I would just say use a delicate touch so you can get it glued down good, but you can see the music notes behind. So I think that's cool. And then I'm going to show you in my Alter State Studio Journal a page that I did last night where I glued that black tissue paper, and you can still see the graph paper below it. So I hope that this has been an inspiring video for you guys. I hope you will give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and tell me, how did you celebrate Easter? If you celebrate Easter, what have you been doing during this quarantine? I want to know. I miss people. I need somebody to talk to. I will reply. And until next time, toodaloo.